gon' lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on first down is Carr. This is screen to Abdullah. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Carr throwing on second down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The Pro Bowler Muhammad Wilkerson brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Get down, get down. You ready? Hey, 734.
On second down, here's Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Von Miller in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Down. You ready? Let 5-man box.
Carr now to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Intended that time for Cooper. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now Taylor down around his goal line. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. 4 down. 4 down. Check.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. Ingram again, a first down carry. And an alley to run. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. A quick burst, trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get down! Blue 80!
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Carr to throw on second down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Demarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Flushed out right. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Now Taylor. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ready. 319. 319.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Z.
To throw again is Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Get down.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Abdullah. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon, and he stopped immediately there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. They'll get this one to Switzer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Taylor. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Denver right after this. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Khalil Mack in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Third and long, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Carl try it again on 2nd down. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Low, low, low. Monday, down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. David Amerson is there on the coverage defensively. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Space to run past the 20. This one caught left side by Cooper. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Monday, down.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Taylor. Jackson with a grab over the middle. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, Taylor. Flush to his right. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Slow.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Josh Doctson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Elliott. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Ready. 319.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, it's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. On second down, here's Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to play pretty good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. This is caught inside the 15. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 39 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Slow.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Slow.
Taylor now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Carr to throw on 2nd down. He's got room to run past the 20. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Welcome back now to Denver. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Get set. 185. Dude's right.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr again. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. Some strong running at the 20. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now a give. This is Abdullah. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr. That's complete right around the 8. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro linebackers, Von Miller. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Josh Doxson, 87 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Carr will try it again on second down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he comes back with one complete. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Raider 2. Monday, down. Blue 80.
Again, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now here come the Raiders. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense: find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And a pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Todd Davis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On play action, now Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Broncos, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.